I'm not gonna waste your time, man. Hey, we finna get into the top 10 scariest WWE women of all time. We ain't finna waste time. Let's see what they coming with. I mean, let's see what's up, man. Let's get it.
Can you think of the scariest wrestler?
Yeah. Come on, man. This is Ariel. My wrestling heads, y'all know who this is. This is Ariel from ECW from WWE, man. She was on the ECW roster, man. She was on the ECW roster when she wrestled in WWE. In her WWE stint, she was with a male wrestler named Kevin Thorne. Kevin Thorne was also on the ECW roster. They were in their vampire bags, bro. They were heel characters. She was a villainess. He was a villain. They were in their vampire bags, bro. Like, they were scary, bro. They were scary characters. They played them roles, bro. They intimidated people for sure. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, when Kevin Thorne wrestled against other male wrestlers, Ariel was outside of the ring rooting for him and everything like that. She doesn't wrestle in WWE. She doesn't wrestle in WWE anymore. She wrestled in other organizations like TNA, such as TNA, and she was on Impact. She was on Impact for a certain amount of time. She was in a group called LAX, you know what I'm saying? Shelly Martinez Es Mexicana, if I'm not mistaken. She was a member of the LAX group. Bro. She wrestled in different organizations, man. She wrestled as Shelly Martinez as well, you know what I'm saying? When she left TNA, she wrestled in another organization. She wrestled as Shelly Martinez. She went against different people like Rebby Sky and different people, man, different wrestlers, man. She definitely is on this list for sure. I ain't even gonna lie. Is this Justin right here? The announcer that looks like Justin. That looks like Kelly Kelly. She went against Kelly Kelly. Yeah, it's hard to tell who that is. It's hard to tell who that is. I ain't even gonna lie.
When you think of the scariest wrestlers of all time, names like Kane, Undertaker.
Shout out to the King, Undertaker, Boogeyman, all scary wrestlers, man.
When you think of the scariest wrestlers of all time, names like Kane, Undertaker.
The Boogeyman, the Boogeyman, he used to do this. He used to come, that dude Boogeyman, he was bizarre, bro.
Names like Kane, Undertaker.
Kane, the big red monster, Undertaker, the Phenom. Two of the greatest ever. That's Bray Wyatt right there, the Fiend. Alexa Bliss.
We ranked them, so let's find out.
They said Alexa Bliss, she's gonna have a gimmick change. She's not gonna be in WWE she's gonna be out of WWE for some months, man. Bro. I think she's not gonna have that Harley Quinn type gimmick anymore. I think she's gonna go back to her old, like before she got with Bray Wyatt, before she linked and teamed with Bray Wyatt and all that. Bray Wyatt is not even in WWE anymore,
and many more.
He's in AEW now.
We've seen plenty of terrifying men in WWE. The ladies have also shown their darker side.
Yeah, like Abaddon. Abaddon's not in WWE, but she's one of the scariest women wrestlers. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, Abaddon, she's in AEW. She's in a different organization, but she's scary too, bro. Like she intimidates her opponent. She be wild, bro. Abaddon, she's a good wrestler too. She has a good winning record over there.
The ladies have also shown their darker side. We ranked them, so let's find out.
Shout out to Awesome Kong, man. She wrestled as Karma and Awesome Kong, one of the greatest of all time. She wrestled in TNA. That was dope when she and Gail Kim, they hugged each other, they showed each other mutual respect, mutual reverence, mutual veneration, mutual commendation, you know what I'm saying? Mutual appreciation for each other's contributions, man. Like, those are two of the greatest, man. Gail Kim, a former TNA Knockouts champion, Awesome Kong, a former, bro. You know what I'm saying? These are legends, all-time greats, man. Real talk. Run this joint back. Awesome Kong, she's one of the few women wrestlers that competed in a Royal Rumble match. The Royal Rumble was always a man's it was always a 30-man Royal Rumble. There were no women involved. You know what I'm saying? There were no women involved in the Royal Rumbles until China. China was the first woman to compete in the Royal Rumble. That was in 1999. R.I.P. China, one of the all-time greats.
The scariest wrestlers of all
Yeah,
time.
Beth Phoenix
Like Kane,
participated in the 2010 Royal Rumble, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was the 2010 one. Beth Phoenix. Awesome.
Names like Kane, The Undertaker, The Boogeyman, and many more come to mind. While we've seen plenty of terrifying men in WWE, the ladies have also shown their darker side.
Yeah.
We ranked them, so let's find out.
Let's see. Let's see who y'all got.
Women of all time.
Mickie James, she's not scary.
Number 10, Nicole Bass.
Yeah, she was with she was big, bro.
Standing at 6'2" and weighing 240
tall,
pounds,
above average height. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she was intimidating. She wrestled in the late 90s.
Standing at 6'2" and weighing 240 pounds, Nicole Bass was one of the most physically threatening women to ever wrestle in WWE. Her extensive background in bodybuilding.
That's Ivory right there, one of the greatest ever. Ivory, former women's champion.
Bass was one of the most physically threatening women to ever wrestle in WWE. Her extensive background in bodybuilding gave her muscles that even men would be jealous of. While Nicole Bass had a mean and rough look, I'm putting her pretty low because she never did anything that was really scary, partially due to her having a short run in WWE.
I like this beat, I ain't even gonna lie. I like this instrumental, I ain't even gonna lie.
Bass was one of the most physically threatening women to ever wrestle in WWE. Her extensive background in bodybuilding gave her muscles that even men would be jealous of.
She was stronger than that.
Damn. Nicole Bass had a mean and rough look. I'm putting her pretty low because she never did anything that was really scary, partially due to her having a short run in WWE.
That was Deborah, I think,
even
right
with
there.
all that, Nicole Bass.
That's Val Venus in the ring, right? Let me correct me if I'm wrong.
Low because she never did anything.
Shout out to Val Venus.
Partially due to her having a short run in WWE. Even with all that, Nicole Bass is still one of the freakiest women to ever step in a WWE ring. Number 9, Mad Maxine. Taking inspiration from the movie Mad Max and the superhero Storm.
I'm not familiar with her.
Debuted in WWE in 1985. Not only did her look and attire make her a scary competitor, but the fact that she stood 6 foot 4 inches tall was another reason her opponents feared her.
She was tall too, above average.
And her ability to throw her adversaries around the ring, and you have one terrifying wrestler.
2 inches shorter than me. Yeah, she's 2 inches shorter than me, 6'4", I'm 6'6".
Only did her look and attire make her a scary competitor, but the fact that she stood 6 foot 4 inches tall was another reason her opponents feared her. Combine all of that and her ability to throw her adversaries around the ring, and you have one terrifying wrestler. Mad Maxine's time in WWE was pretty short, but given that she's one of the tallest female stars to ever wrestle in the company, you wonder if she could have been one of the greats.
Yeah, she's slapping men. Yeah, she going crazy,
at the very least, she's made our list as one of the scariest.
Yeah, she was wild, and she did not give a solitary F, bro. She said.
You wonder if she could have been one of the greats had she stayed a little longer. Well, at the very least, she's made our list as one of the scariest.
Yeah, I never heard of Mad Maxine. I never heard of her. I'm gonna have to watch more of her matches, bro, on my own time and see what she was doing, what she was what moves she had and all that. Like,
Number 8, Bull Nakano.
Never heard of this person either. That leg drop.
Being one of the first female Japanese wrestlers to compete in WWE.
This joint. I hate when it buffers, man. I hate that. Hopefully it doesn't last long, man. This buffering. This popcorn is good, man.
Bull Nakano had to make an impression, and she definitely did. Her size alone made her an intense competitor, but what really made her scary was her face. Her hair and face were by themselves, but added her dead serious eyes, and you have one freaky lady. Besides just her presence, Nakano's ability to bend her opponents' bodies was another reason her opponents had to be
She was
concerned.
big, bro.
This helped her win the WWE Women's Championship and hold it for a respectable 5 months, which is just another reason to fear Bull Nakano. Number 7, Karma. Formerly
Awesome
known as
Kong.
Awesome Kong, Karma debuted in WWE in 2011.
Yeah.
Promo videos depicted her ripping body parts off of dolls as she laughed maniacally.
She wrestled as a heel and a face in her career.
So Karma was already a disturbing wrestler before we saw her. Once she debuted, Karma began destroying the female roster, with no one being able to stop her. In addition to everything previously mentioned, Karma's size also made her scary, especially at the time. She was larger.
It was just too easy for Awesome Kong, bro. It was too easy, bro.
In addition to everything previously mentioned, Karma's size also made her scary, especially at the time. She was larger and stronger than any of the divas on the roster.
At that time.
And in general, one of the biggest women in WWE history. Her time in WWE came to an abrupt end, but her terrifying character definitely won't be forgotten anytime soon.
Legendary.
Number 6, Alexa Bliss. Ever since
Alexa Bliss scarier than Awesome Kong. I feel him though.
Has been getting more and more twisted. Her new look is creepy, but what I think has made Bliss really scary is how quickly her emotions change.
I feel that.
Down quiet,
I feel
to happy
that.
and excited, to dead serious. In fact, I had to put her on the list for this moment alone.
I see why they put her above Awesome Kong. I can see that.
Even though Alexa's twisted persona,
I meant to say I can see why. You feel me? I thought Kong was gonna be scarier than Alexa Bliss. You feel me?
Even though Alexa's twisted persona is still pretty new, you must be doing something right when even Randy Orton is freaked out.
Legend Randy Orton.
With that said, Alexa Bliss could easily be ranked higher on this top 10, but her storyline is still ongoing, and we don't know what direction it will head. But if the future is anything like we've seen so far, Alexa Bliss could easily become the scariest woman WWE's ever seen.
Really? You think? Yeah, he thinks she could be. He thinks that she's gonna be the scariest woman wrestler of all time.
Storyline is still ongoing, and we don't know what direction it will head. But if the future is anything like we've seen, said Alexa Bliss could easily be ranked higher on the top 10.
That cartoon Alexa, that Alexa was scary, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna front.
Even Randy Orton is freaked out. With that said, Alexa Bliss could easily be ranked higher on this top 10.
She was in her Harley Quinn bag, for real.
And we don't know what direction.
Y'all know Harley Quinn, man. Harley Quinn was a villainess too, man. She was I used to play Arkham Asylum, bro, and like her and Joker, it was a mental asylum in that game, bro. They were criminally insane, bro. Criminally insane, they were, bro. R.I.P. Heath Ledger, man.
Even though Alexa's twisted persona is still
you definitely see the Harley Quinn influence
right
in this
this
cartoon, Alexa.
With that said, Alexa Bliss could easily be ranked higher on this top 10, but her storyline is still ongoing, and we don't know what direction it will head.
I didn't think she was going to be higher
like we've seen so
Awesome
far.
Kong.
Alexa Bliss could easily become the scariest woman WWE's ever seen. Number 5, Ariel.
Ariel was scary as ever, bro. That's Justin Roberts, the announcer. Yo, she was intimidating, bro.
Just by looks alone, Ariel is already a pretty freaky wrestler.
Yeah, she's sexy, bro.
The way she made her
she's one of the sexiest women wrestlers of all time. No cap, no flash, and one of the scariest of all time.
Alone, Ariel is already a pretty freaky wrestler.
Mexicana bonita.
And the robe she wore out to the
Mexicana
ring.
hermosa.
The way she made her entrance by dangling from the ropes like a bat was just another thing that made her uneasy to watch. The card reader was
crazy, bro.
I dress like this every day.
Just by looks alone, Ariel is already a pretty freaky wrestler, especially with those bangs and the robe she wore out to the ring. The way she made her entrance
that vampire look
from the ropes like a bat was just another thing that made her uneasy to watch. The card reader wasn't just creepy before her matches, but when she wrestled as well. Her blood-curdling screams and licking her palms while she beat down opponents were both pretty disturbing. Just don't have her throw any punches.
She had no mercy,
Maybe
bro.
the scariest thing about Ariel,
No mercy, bro. She was dirty in the ring, bro.
entrance by dangling from the ropes like a bat was just another thing that made her uneasy to watch. The card reader wasn't just creepy before her matches, but when she wrestled as well. Her blood-curdling screams and licking her palms while she beat down opponents were both pretty disturbing. Just don't have her throw any punches. Maybe the scariest thing about Ariel, though, was how she acted around Kevin Thorne. They often embraced each other, but not in a fun, romantic way, but more in a weird, disturbing way. I guess they are vampires.
Yeah.
While most, if not all, the female stars on the WWE roster at the time were made to look as beautiful as possible, Ariel wasn't afraid to get a little twisted.
Bars.
Number 4, Katie Lee. When I
I don't know why I said bars. I don't know why I said bars. I'm tripping.
Look as beautiful as possible, Ariel wasn't afraid to get a little twisted. That's a good taco.
Dude, it's a sandwich.
Lee. When I started working,
Yeah, Katie Lee. She was scary too. Katie Lee. She was in WWE. She, her other name is Katrina. She wrestled in TNA as Katrina. I mean, Winter. She wrestled in TNA as Winter.
made to look as
Her other name was Katrina, if my memory is right. Her other name was Katrina.
more in a weird, disturbing way. I guess they are vampires. While most, if not all, the female stars on the WWE roster at the time were made to look as beautiful as possible, Ariel wasn't afraid to get a little twisted.
Twisted meaning.
Number 4,
Crazy.
Katie Lee. When I started working on this video, I didn't think Katie Lee would be this high up. On the surface, Katie Lee isn't that scary looking. Sure, she has kind of a goth look going on, but nothing too terrifying.
Yeah, it's
What
not.
puts her this
I
high
feel
on the
like
top
that's
10
crazy.
is her relationship with her on-screen brother, Paul Burchill.
Yeah.
Back when she debuted in 2008,
UK.
Katie and Paul had a low-key incest thing going on, with them saying things like,
The most beautiful man in the world, my big brother Paul.
and
Every brother loves to make his little sister happy.
to be fair, it was never heavily implied, but nonetheless, the fact that I'm even talking about a WWE wrestler and incest is messed up.
Yeah.
While the incest
For real.
thing wasn't directly stated, Katie's obsession with watching others in pain was made perfectly clear.
Yeah, she derives pleasure from others' pain, man. Yeah. Hey.
Little sister happy.
To be fair, it was never heavily implied.
I don't think she
but
should be
nonetheless,
above Ariel
the fact that
or
we're talking about
Awesome
a
Kong. I
WWE
don't
wrestler
think.
and incest is messed up. While the
That's
incest
my
thing
opinion.
wasn't directly stated, Katie's obsession with watching others in pain was made perfectly clear.
All that's ever made me happy is to watch my brother Paul inflict pain upon others.
If this isn't the beginning of a horror movie villain, I don't know what is.
She was a heel
Number
too.
3, Mickie James.
Mickey
Well,
James.
today, Mickie James is pretty level-headed. She wasn't always this way. When
She
James
played
debuted
as a-
in 2005.
She was a heel too in her career. Mickey James is one of the best of all time.
Well, today, Mickie James is pretty level-headed.
You know what I
She
mean?
wasn't always
Six-time
this way.
women, six-time
When James
WWE
debuted in
Women's Champion.
2005, she made it clear how obsessed she was with Trish Stratus.
She wasn't scary to me though. She did not intimidate me, bro.
Every week, the obsession got creepier and creepier, with Mickie James forcing herself on
Shout out to
Stratus,
Trish, too.
as well as Trish's boyfriend. If
Seven-time
that wasn't
champion.
strange enough, after she became a full-blown heel,
That mid
Mickie
kick
James
right there.
kidnapped Ashley Massaro and gave
R.I.P.
her a
Ashley
Trish
Massaro.
Stratus. There's plenty of other examples, but you get the picture.
A big salute to Trish, bro. She's one of the best of all
Every week,
time.
the obsession got creepier and creepier, with Mickie James forcing herself onto both Stratus as well as Trish's boyfriend. If that wasn't strange enough, after she became a full-blown heel, Mickie James kidnapped Ashley Massaro and gave her as a gift to Trish Stratus. There's plenty of other examples, but you get the picture. I think what made this version of Mickie James so scary was how real it felt.
Mickey should be
James
lower.
didn't
Katie
dress
should
in
be lower
clothes
too.
or
I ain't even gonna lie.
face paint. She was just a normal person.
I don't like. Yeah, I disagree with the Mickey and Katie for sure.
So scary was how real it felt. Mickie James didn't dress in weird clothes or wear creepy face paint. So scary was how real it felt. Mickie James didn't dress in weird clothes or wear creepy face paint. She was just a normal person, but with some deep psychological issues. Hearing stories of how insane some wrestling fans are only makes Mickie James' obsession with Trish even scarier. James would be ranked even higher, but the obsessed fangirl character only lasted about a year, and she's better known today for being an awesome in-ring competitor. However, no matter where her career goes, Mickie James will still be one of the scariest women to ever appear in WWE. Number 2, Sherry Martel.
I heard of her.
She got the nickname
Legend.
Scary Sherry. In addition to her bizarre makeup and wardrobe choices, Sherry was just insane, both inside and outside the ring. Combining her shrieking voice with her outbursts made her both the center of attention and terrifying at the same time.
Scary! You truly are
Even though she was mainly a manager in WWE, Sherry didn't just talk. Martel would often get physical, and she delivered some pretty
she did not care. She was
because
not
of
scared
these
of.
attributes and many more. Sherry will be remembered forever.
Yeah, she was not scared of them dudes, bro.
Martel would often get physical, and she delivered some pretty vicious beatdowns. Because of these attributes and many more, Sherry will be remembered forever, even in our nightmares.
Legendary.
And number 1, Luna Vachon.
Shout out to Luna
makes it into this
Vachon.
top 10 just on her look.
She was scary too,
Her
bro.
half-shaved hair and the blood vessels on the left side of her face make her the scariest looking female wrestler of all time. Not only did Luna have a terrifying look, but her voice was pure nightmare fuel.
I will be the goddess of the square circle.
That might be the scariest thing about Luna. When she returned to the WWE during the Attitude Era, Luna's alliances with Goldust and later Gangrel only made her that much more terrifying. Not only was Luna scary outside of the ring, but in it as well. Her strength and athleticism allowed her to manhandle her opponents, and, as her appearance would suggest, Luna was ruthless. Through her look, in-ring ability, and that dreadful voice, Luna Vachon is our pick for scariest WWE woman of all time. Shout out and thank you to Caesar Cardenas for commenting on our last video. Who do you think is the scariest woman in WWE history? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, she's arguably Luna. Yeah, she's arguably the scariest, bro. Of all, as far as all time, Luna is arguably the scariest of all time, bro. The scariest woman wrestler of all time. It's between her and Ariel, bro. It's between her and Ariel. Then it's Awesome Kong, bro. Luna and Ariel might be tied, bro, as the scariest, and then Awesome Kong, bro. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that's tough, bro. Ariel might be the scariest of all time. Then Luna, then or Ariel, then Awesome, then Luna. Ariel, then Awesome, then Luna. That's what I'm gonna say, bro. That's what I'm gonna say. Ariel, then Awesome, then Luna. They're my top 3, man. What are y'all top 3? Let me know in the comments, man. Yeah, man. That's all I gotta say, man. Let's get this joint to 1,000 views and 100 likes, and I'll react to some more, man. Yeah, I'm about to get up out of here. I appreciate and love y'all. One love to the family of DTA. Elevation 1-4. No GTA, man. I'm gone.